Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. Yeah, that was a bit of a shit show at times, wasn't it, guys? I mean, listen, we knew the team had problems from last season. It's going to take time. I'm certainly not going to overreact here. It was a pre-season friendly as far as I'm concerned with this game. We actually started quite a strong lineup, a stronger lineup than I probably would have liked to have started. I certainly wouldn't have started Valverde, and the fact that he played another 90 minutes when I don't even think he should be training at the moment. He needs to be on a beach somewhere. It's ridiculous how much football he's played. But yeah, I'll get into a few negatives before I talk about the positives, because there were a few positives. But Vinny, I'm worried a little bit about Vinny, I have to say. And again, not just because of this game. You can have a bad game. The problem with Vinny is his mind. He was a player that when he was younger, he would have bad games and he would have good games. But even when he had a bad game, he would still contribute because he would be constantly pressing, constantly running, and his energy would create danger. Now, he spends so much time bitching about fouls, complaining, moaning to the referee. His head doesn't seem to be in the game a lot of the time. And when he's not playing well now, he's more of a negative to the team than a positive. And yeah, this again, it's not just because of this game. This has been, last year he wasn't that good. This is a big season for Vinny. The next point I want to get onto, and this video in mind, next season Mbappe has to be the penalty taker. Obviously, he wasn't playing this game, so I had no problem with Valverde taking a penalty. This game means nothing to me, but we've had this problem before. Modric has taken penalties last season. Bellingham, sometimes Vinny, and I don't think it's good when you rotate penalties. It's a little bit like goalkeepers. It's a certain area of the pitch where you need consistency, and we need to have a penalty taker. And in my mind, the best striker of the ball in the team is Mbappe. He should be the penalty taker. And the number 2, when Mbappe is not on the pitch, should be Bellingham. So I just wanted to make that point. Yeah, no problem with Valverde missing that penalty. What else? What other disappointments? I mean, now if you have a look at this clip here, we started off the game, I think, with the intention to press. That seemed to be the idea. Quite quickly, we abandoned that. And I don't know if that was because of the heat, if it was because Al Hilal played better than we expected and the players kind of reverted back to, Carlo and the more defensive style when it comes to pressing. It's going to be interesting to see if Xavi will compromise on his principles, because I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get Mbappe and Vinny and, to press for long periods of the season. So I'm very curious to see how we're going to be playing off the ball next season. The positives, though, there are a few positives. Gonzalo Garcia, I made a video on him before, actually, and I'm so happy that he scored. I thought his positioning was fantastic. He's the kind of striker we don't have on the pitch, in the team, and I hope he gets some game time next season, because he is the academy player who scored the most goals in a single season with the Castilla. There's not really much more he can do to get game time. Every time he's on the pitch, he barely played last season, and he still managed to get an assist to Bellingham. He seems to, something happens when he's on the pitch, and he could just be one of those strikers that has an eye for goal. He seems to be a natural goal scorer, and he was making great runs throughout the game. And yeah, I hope he gets an opportunity next season. Huijsen, I know it's too early to say, but that looks like 50 million well spent. How composed and how cool does that guy look? I'm so happy we've got him on the team. Brahim provided a lot of energy off the bench. Another positive. Gula as well, hitting the crossbar. This is going to be a big season for Gula. I'm very excited to see him play in a more of a midfield role next season, especially because Bellingham's going to be out injured for the first 2 to 3 months after this Club World Cup, because he's going to have surgery. So I think this is going to be a big year for Gula. Apart from that, though, yeah. I thought the penalty, by the way, on against Al Hilal was justified. It was a soft, but he did elbow Fran Garcia, and if it was, I don't think it was intentional, by the way, at all. But if this was a kick, and he swung his leg out, he's made contact. And I didn't think the penalty, by the way, that Real Madrid got was a penalty. You probably call me biased, but I need to see it again. But it looked quite soft. But talking about that, though, Asensio, that's not the first time Asensio's given away a penalty. He did it stupidly against Arsenal, and he's young, and it's pre-season. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not worried. I think he's got a great future ahead of him, but there are things he needs to improve, and certainly his decision making. He seems to be a little bit too calm sometimes, and on the ball, is fantastic. He has a great range of passing and he looks very composed. But sometimes defensively, he doesn't track runs as well as he should. He gets beat in the air sometimes a little bit because I think he's just a bit too relaxed sometimes, and he needs to switch on a bit more. So yeah, room for improvement for Asensio for sure. But yeah, not much more to say about that. Again, I'm really hoping for the next few games we rotate a lot. I don't want to see Valverde getting overused in this tournament. Not obviously we've got a month after this to rest and to train again, but I'm just worried about injuries and yeah, but not the best start to Alonso's campaign. But there you go. There's still a lot to be excited about, I think, going into next season, because I am very, very excited with Trent, with Højsund, with players like Brahim getting more opportunities next season. I love the fact that Mbappe was out injured and he gave Gonzalo Garcia an opportunity. If this was Carlo, I don't know if we would see much of Gonzalo Garcia. So yeah, a lot to be looking forward to still. Best performance here from Pepe. The crowd cheered when Pepe's face was shown on the screen. So yeah, it's always good to see Pepe back. I'll leave it there then, guys. Feel free to leave some comments. I would love to have some interaction with you guys. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.